Minneapolis, Minnesota, a growing modern city with new buildings rising every year. Within the city, an ancient craft is taking a new direction. Master metal artist Marcia McEachran is no newcomer to the traditions of blacksmithing. She's been at it for over 20 years.
This is called a Little Giant. It's a 25-pound hammer. It's not very big. This Little Giant tool actually is 100 years old, probably. And for the blacksmith or the artist, this is a great tool for hammering. My client wanted to have a divider made out of steel that would have some shelving on it also, but act as a divider and make her front door opens up directly into this office area, and she'd like to make an entryway.
The divider Marcia is creating will be 7 feet tall. Her client wants it to separate the office area of her home from the rest of the house. Marcia has brought a new vision to metalwork, which she uses to bring beauty to her clients' homes.
Sometimes in exhibits they've said, we thought it was a man creating this work, because it is metal. It's just the old assumptions. Most people are used to seeing women in so many different roles these days.
In a craft that usually entails heavy iron and repetitive striking of hot metal, Marcia has adapted her style.
And personally, I like to design things that don't weigh a lot and are stable. Personally, I'm just not into the, I don't like the macho heavy iron too much, though I love working it. But there are tools that you use. You get smart and you start thinking to save your back.
Tools, like this hydraulic press, help Marcia create graceful curves, and they save time because she doesn't have to heat the metal in the forge.
Let's see what this looks like. This is a nice little curve. Let's see what part of this curve I like. And here, I think I want to make this deeper. I want to make this a deeper curve here for a second, just to get a little more depth in there. The reason I got 2 of them in here is that it's a little, you can work a lot faster. And I want to flare the bottom to give it a nice bell-like leg to it, the bottom of it. So all I'm going to do is just take the tip of it and flare it out. We'll see how it works. I tip it, turn it as I work. Just stretch this one a little further. So I usually have a blend of very old tools and very contemporary tools.
But it's the contemporary tools that help Marcia create the first shelf of the divider.
I'm putting the edge onto the shelf, and then I can grind down all the extra stuff to get it really smooth and flush with this edge.
Even the feel of the piece is important to Marcia.
And then I'll just finish it off with a 3M pad, and it gets just like silk. So it makes a very silky, nice to touch edge.
What was once dull gray metal becomes a shining example of Marcia's craft.
I'm going to put a decorative surface on the top of this right now and then clean up these edges to make them softer too, so the edge of the shelf can be seen. And this way I get to use a tool like this instead of using it just for cleaning up and grinding. I can start using it creatively, and that gets to be kind of fun. So, this gives you an idea what the surface is going to look like.
I think this texture is something that I hadn't imagined at all, and I really, really like it.
Marcia's client is excited about the look of the piece and sees how it will complement the table and chairs Marcia already created for her.
It's very nice.
So it's fun to kind of look at these parts and get a feel for what it might look like.
Yeah.
It's the satisfaction Marcia sees on her client's face that inspires her creativity.
Ideas grow, and you may start out with one, and 24 hours later, even something may happen here where something bends a certain way and it looks better, you know, and that's the eye where, you know, what I call then the artist's eye comes in there and says, you know, it's an object of discovery. You can start out with a design and stay with it all the way, or you can allow that spontaneity to come into it.